And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Woodlin High School, site of the Jeff Sherman Memorial Basketball Tournament. Kerry Sherman from Big Time Small Town Media with you here. Again, our title sponsor this year, the Anton Co-op. We are ready for our boys' third place contest featuring Idalia and Woodlin. These are, again, a couple of YWKC League opponents. They'll face each other a little later in the season. Idalia lost their opening contest to Prairie by about 20-25 points. Woodland fell to Weldon Valley last night by 6, 33-27. It was a furious comeback at the end. Trailed by about 17 midway through the fourth quarter. Cut it to 4 in the final minute, but didn't have enough. 25 of the 27 points in that contest for Woodland scored by Connor Ely. We're about to get the starting lineups. We'll get those for you just as soon as the teams get final instructions from their coaches.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the first varsity boys basketball tournament. First visiting Idalia Wolves.
Get the starters for the visitors on the scoreboard. The Idalia Wolves head coach Jeff HURLBURT, his assistant coaches Rich Schaefer and Daniel Glanz. Number 1, Taylor Merritt. Number 10, Chance Smith. Number 12, Chad Heath. Number 13, John Paul DeVitor, and number 31, Ashton Wireman. Merritt, Heath, and Wireman, seniors. Smith and DeVitor are sophomores. Now for Woodland, head coach Justin Kerns, assistant coach Paul Grice. Number 1, Colton Kukas. Number 15, Tarek Thompson. Number 21, Joel Lopez. Number 25, Conager Jones. And number 43, Connor Ely. Ely and Lopez are seniors. Thompson, a junior. Kukas and Jones, freshmen. Officials for today's contest are Mr. Doug Smith, Mr. Bob Knudsen, and Mr. Chris Packer. Again, want to thank everybody for joining us here on ColoradoPreps.tv and Chassa.tv. A lot of great college football action on the airwaves. Appreciate you letting us be part of your weekend activities. In the center circle, ready to jump things up, number 12 in maroon, that is Heath. Number 43 in white is Ely, and Idalia controls the tip. They'll go to the right side of your video screen to start things here in the first half. Merritt shuffles his feet before he can make the drive. Turn it over. Ely will come down against the 2-3 zone. Comes up top for Lopez. And out to Kukas. Gives it off to Jones. Kukas picked up in the corner by Wireman. Starts to drive baseline. Puts up the runner way off the mark. Rebound by Merritt. Gives it off. And Smith will bring it across the timeline for Idalia. Into the corner for Merritt. Starts to drive, kicks it across for Smith. Smith thought about the shot. Instead, he'll drop it down to Wireman. Up top for Smith, now to DeVitor. Into the high post, Heath. Turn around, nothing there. Kicks it out to Wireman. Now to the low post for Heath. Got a little under the basket. Gets his own rebound on the far side. Off balance, missed it. Wireman inside, draws the foul. He'll head to the free throw line. Foul against Thompson. So Ashton Wireman to the free throw line to shoot a pair. With 6:51 to go in this opening quarter. First one, no good. Second one for Wireman on its way. And that one will roll good. First point of the contest to Idalia. Ely picked up top by DeVitor. Will go far side wing Lopez. Back up top for Ely. Now Jones. Just playing keep away up top. Swinging it side to side. Finally drop it into the corner for Thompson. Dumps it inside for Kukas, and he's got the first field goal of the contest. Woodlin on top, 2-1. Kukas' first field goal of the season. He hit 2 free throws. Smith thought he threw it out of bounds. Instead, Wireman kept it alive. And inside, it's a travel against Heath. After he made the pass, Chance Smith turned and threw his hands up, started to walk back on defense, thinking he'd thrown it clear out of bounds. Wireman hustled over into the corner to keep it alive. Woodlin will spread it, try to pull Idalia out of their zone. DeVitor extends. And we saw Woodlin go very deliberate last night. And now going into the Carolina 4 corners. Offense made popular by Dean Smith, great coach of the Tar Heels. And an illegal screen against Lopez will turn it over. It's one of the keys in this offense. You have to be set on your screens. He very easily called for leaning on him. Smith will hit it near side for Wireman. Lobs it across for DeVitor. Back to Wireman. Puts it on the floor, pulls up at the lane, kicks it over to Merritt. Merritt will skip it back across for Wireman, and he picks it up and runs with it. 3 yards and a cloud of dust will not work in this contest. Haley down the far side, kicks it out to Thompson. Thompson will work that side. Now, here, pull it out, come from the Woodland bench. Kukas will bring it near side to Jones. Smith comes out on him, and Smith will be called for the reach. His first on the Wolves. 4:29 to play in the opening quarter. See a couple of subs on the Idalia bench getting some instruction from head coach Jeff HURLBURT. They'll expect to see Dalton Schaefer and possibly Paul Garcia soon. And Ely has it poked out of bounds by DeVitor. He'll get it on the inbounds. Thompson says, I got a screen for you. Uses it, kicks it back out to Thompson. He'll kick it out to Ely. And we'll see Dalton Schaefer and Paul Garcia getting ready to come in for Idalia as we reach the midway point of quarter number 1. It's Lopez. He'll peel it back out to Jones. And out of bounds off of Thompson. Garcia, number 5. Schaefer, number 15 for Idalia. And any substitutions in the game will come from the Idalia side as Woodlin with 5 players in uniform. Merritt gets into the paint and puts it up and in. That's the first field goal for the Wolves today. They go on top 3-2, 3.5 minutes to go in the quarter. Jones looking at it, draws 2. Has his pass for Ely deflected by Schaefer, but right to Ely. Into the paint for Kukas. Turnaround, swatted out of there by Heath. Right to Lopez. It's out to Ely. Into the high post for Kukas. Drops it down for Thompson, and after he saw the angle he had, he shuffled his feet trying to get a better angle. It's a turnover. 3 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Garcia quickly down the floor, gets into the paint, puts up a runner, no good. Kukas with the rebound, and he is fouled. Will head the other way. That's on Garcia, his first, team second. Ely whips it over to Lopez. Ely looking at the three, instead gives it off to Jones. And Jones throws one into the backcourt. Idalia on the attack. 2.5 minutes to go in the quarter. Schaefer will get it off to Wireman. Tries to get the entry into Schaefer and kicked out of there by Kukas. Comes into Heath. Trying to wrap it back into the post for Wireman. Instead, it's stolen by Ely. All the way, layup good. His first two. Puts Woodlin back on top again. He had 25 last night. Wasn't enough for the Mustangs. Schaefer down to Wireman. Pulls up on the low block, no. Kukas and Heath both go up for it. They'll say touched by Kukas. Go over, stay with Idalia. 2:04 to go in the quarter. Ball comes into Garcia, quickly up top for Schaefer, reversing it for Merritt, and called for the shuffle. Just one tick under 2 minutes to play in the quarter. Ely pulls up, kicks it out to Thompson. And Schaefer called for the foul. We've got a sub at the table for Idalia, number 20, Jason Dutton, one of the good freshmen for Idalia. He comes in place of Heath. That was the first foul on Dalton Schaefer, the third against the Wolves. Kukas has it. Gives it off to Lopez. Kicks it out to Kukas. He'll reverse it out. And Ely will draw a body foul against Garcia. That'll be the second on Paul Garcia. Fourth team foul against the Wolves, down to 1:22 to play in the quarter. Kukas between the circles. He'll get it back from Lopez. Has it poked loose by Garcia, right to Dutton. And the Wolves with a chance to take the lead. Garcia. He'll come up top for Schaefer. Reverses it for Merritt. He'll look at the three, try it. No good. And Thompson with inside position draws personal foul number 2 against Dalton Schaefer. Fifth team foul against the Wolves. 55.5 to play in this opening quarter. Very low scoring affair. Again, just 7 total points on the board. And that's kind of where Coach Kerns wants it for his Mustangs. Kukas near mid-court, gives it off to Lopez, quickly back to Kukas. Ely gets the screen and tries to wrap it back to Thompson. Instead, it goes all the way to the middle of the floor for Kukas. They go for their last shot. Whipped over for Lopez. Down to the baseline, Thompson. Kicks out to Lopez. Lopez fires the three off glass. Good. Let's see if they do call it a three. And the foul against Merritt, his first. Garcia will check out. 1.9 seconds left. Smith comes back in. Lopez chance for the 4-point play. No. And Schaefer comes out with the rebound. We'll head to quarter number 2. Woodland out in front of Idalia, 7-3. We've had a computer malfunction on our commercials. We'll try to get that fixed during halftime. We'll just say thank you to a couple of our sponsors this year. Anton Co-op, who again are the title sponsors for the tournament. And Glosson Construction. Turnover. Ely will be tied up. And after starting the quarter with the possession arrow, the Mustangs will turn it over on this jump ball. We've been lucky to have a number of great sponsors this year. We've had in Glosson Construction, Akron Auto, Allen Bear Agency, all from Akron with us all season. Ice and Oil and Cito from Otis have been with us as well. Schaefer with the three, nothing but net cord. That cuts it to 1. Young man who, when he gets his rhythm going, can be very tough. Nearly a backcourt violation against Woodland. And I believe they just got Schaefer for his third. Heath will come back into the lineup in place of Wireman. And Garcia comes in for Schaefer. That is the 7th team foul against the Wolves, so Tarek Thompson will shoot the bonus. And that one way off the mark. Oh, did not draw iron, so it turns over to Idalia. Chance to take the lead. Dutton. He'll go up top for Garcia, quickly whipping it for Merritt. Comes up top for Dutton. Now Garcia on the near side. Into the post. Pass deflected. And retrieved by Thompson. And frustration foul by Garcia, his third. Thompson will get another chance to work on his free throw for him. Back to the line for the bonus. That one banged around, would not fall. Rebound for Heath. Dutton goes up top for Smith. He'll reverse it quickly to Merritt. Looked at the three. Instead, lobs it back across for Dutton. Stolen by Thompson. He'll peel it back and give it to Lopez, who finally gives it into the hands of Ely. And Ely has it poked loose going through and is able to dive on top of it to force the tie-up. Arrow in favor of Woodland this time. 6:08 to go in the half. Mustangs leading by 1. And before the ball can come in, Coach Hurlburt's going to take, I believe, a 30-second timeout. He was not happy with his team's effort on that one. Actually going to send it out for a full timeout. I can hear him emphasizing loose balls. And having coached against Jeff, I know the importance he puts on effort on those 50-50 balls. Anton Co-op is your locally owned cooperative that has been serving the local community since 1950. They offer grain merchandising in-house and picked up on the farm. The goal at the Anton Co-op is to deliver quality and competitive service with on-the-farm fuel deliveries and tire sales. They offer full-service fertilizer, including anhydrous ammonia, liquid and dry products. Competitive ag sales and application are always available at Anton Co-op. Their vision is to continue to be a locally owned and operated farm supply business for many years to come. Anton Co-op understands their business is dependent on the local farmers and ranchers, and they want to be a partner in your success. See the Anton Co-op for all your farm supply needs. Well, Woodland will have the ball under their own basket, leading by 1. Almost 2 minutes gone from this second quarter. Lopez just barely beats the 5 count, gets it into Ely. He'll jump that shot way too tall and long. Rebound by Heath on the weak side. Into the near corner for Garcia. Stolen by Kukas. Smith steals it back and tie up. Arrow to the Wolves. 5:55 to play. First half. Smith with it between the circles, coming near side to Dutton. Back to Smith, reversing it for Garcia. Looks at the 3, no good. Heath with the offensive board, kicks it out to Garcia. Garcia drives, kicks out to Smith. Smith from 17, off, and Jones and Garcia fight for it. Both men hit the deck. Last touched by Garcia in the far corner. That more of the effort Coach Hurlburt was looking for in his last timeout. And Ely drives into the double team, able to get it out. Jones has to come on safety to Lopez. Cross-court feed for Ely. Gets the screen from Thompson. Cross-court for Jones. And Ely, we've burned almost 3 minutes from the quarter. Back cut. Kukas finds Ely, elevates, and scores it. So all they're looking for is one man to turn his head and lose sight of his closest player. Merritt comes out of there with the offensive board. He'll spot up for three. No, start the drive, kick it out for Garcia. Into the post for Heath. Turn around over Lopez, too strong. Heath and Merritt fight for it, and then Smith steps on the baseline. Heath went down hard. He and Merritt had a pretty huge collision inside. Heath just shaking it off, heading back to play his role on defense. Tough senior, and now Idalia looking like they're going to pick up man. And give and go, Thompson gives it to Ely, and he loses it in the paint. He's tried to jump stop and collect himself to go up. Smith comes near side Garcia. Smith up top for Heath. He'll come again to Smith. Garcia wanting to get it into Dutton in the paint. Couldn't get it there. Merritt up top. Tries to feed it into the high post for Heath. Knocked out of bounds by Ely. 3:31 to play in the half. Garcia gets it down to Dutton. Dutton into the paint for Heath. Heath finds Merritt before he travels with it, and Merritt gets his second basket. Cutting it back to one. Oh, Ely got away with a travel on that one. And sensing they're out of sorts, Coach Kerns will take a 30-second timeout with 3:03 on the clock. Again, want to thank a couple more of our fantastic sponsors this season. On the network for Colorado Preps, we have Viero Wireless, Bank of Colorado, and those two have been with us from day one last season. We appreciate not only their support, but their belief in what we're doing, getting as many high school kids as much recognition as possible. We've got some good, hard-working kids, and sponsors such as Viero and Bank of Colorado allow us to get them on the air. Thompson has it. We'll give it off to Ely. Ely drives baseline, tries to dump it across for Kukas. On the floor, and finally into the hands of Dutton, who will secure the steal. Gives it off to Trevor HURLBURT, number 2, who just checked in during that timeout. Heath kicks it out. Smith. Jumper off the iron. Heath with the offensive board. Kicks it out to Garcia on the far side. Now into the post up for Dutton. Kicks up top for HURLBURT. They'll cycle it through Garcia into the low post for Dutton. Hacked from behind by Kukas. And Jason Dutton will head to the free throw line for 2 shots. It's the first personal against Colton Kukas. First one for Dutton is no good. Dutton will try again. Second one in the air, and that one all nylon. And that ties us at 9. 6-2 quarter so far for the Wolves. Lob on the back door for Kukas. Left-hander up and good. He's got 4 to break the tie. Garcia back to Smith. He'll take it to Heath up top. Back to Smith. Garcia looks at the 3. Decides to give it up to Smith. Ely baits him into a pass to the high post. He and Heath go to the floor. And the foul is on Heath. His first. Connor Ely will walk the other way to shoot the free throws. Still in the bonus on the 9th team foul. Woodlin 0 for 3 from the line. Two of them being front ends of 1 and 1. And that'll be another missed front end. Kukas fights for the rebound, and it'll go out of bounds off of him with 1:47 to play before the intermission. Garcia looking at it, gives it up top for Heath. Quickly reversed for HURLBURT. And he travels with it. And freshman getting ahead of himself. And now Idalia showing some pressure. Lopez nearly travels with it. He'll give it into the hands of Ely. Give and go with the high post. Ely has it blocked by Heath. Kukas with the offensive rebound. Turned and fired it up. Lopez tracks it down, gives it to Ely, and he'll settle things down. And we've got an offensive foul against Conager Jones. Pushing off against Garcia. Smith will walk it across the timeline for the Wolves. Comes near side Garcia. Kukas and Dutton fighting for position in the low block. Tipped out of bounds. I believe Thompson got a fingertip on it. 59 seconds to go. Idalia trying to find somebody who wants to throw the ball in. Finally, Dutton directed to do it from the bench. Comes into HURLBURT in the corner. He'll come out top for Smith. Skips it up top. Garcia lets the three go. No good. Lopez kept it alive. Garcia ended up with it. He drives and is knocked to the floor by Colton Kukas. Second personal foul. Paul Garcia to the free throw line for a pair. First one for Garcia is good. That'll get him into the scoring column. And DeVitor wanting to come in for the shooter. He can now as Garcia drains both. And we'll check out, not wanting to get that fourth foul before halftime. And the full court man comes on. Thompson gets it into Kukas. Kukas will wheel and go to work. They'll clear out. HURLBURT bites the deck, gets up and gets into the play. Kukas missed the layup. And Idalia coming down with a chance to take the lead. Under 30 to play now. But Ely with the steal and travels before the timeout can be called. 27.6 seconds. Schaefer will get a chance to come in on offense. And he'll come in for HURLBURT. Most likely to look for a last shot. Schaefer will skip it for DeVitor. And turnover as he passed for Dutton too wide. Pass intended for Kukas, knocked out of bounds by DeVitor. Merritt will come in for Schaefer. They wanted to try to get something with him on offense. When they turned the ball over, they needed to get somebody else in. Oops. Kukas with it. 13 seconds. He's picked up by Smith. And we'll give it off to Lopez in the corner. Feeds it to Kukas. Turn around over Heath on the rim. No good. And that'll do it. We will head to the intermission with the score tied at 11. We'll try to get things squared away with our sponsors' commercials here. We want to make sure they get what they pay for. They do make things happen for us. We'll try to get about a 3-minute break in and be back to check the individual scoring from the first half.
Americans love numbers and iPhones. We all know the 7 Dwarves, 4 Seasons, and 12 Days of Christmas. Now, for a limited time, Viero is featuring countless reasons to own an iPhone. With an iPhone, you can take great photos or take a crack at Angry Birds, watch your favorite video, or use it as a watch, find an old school friend on Facebook, or simply browse the web. But what you really ought to find is your nearest Viero store, because for a limited time, you can have an iPhone for only $79.99. Before these great iPhone deals end, get into Viero. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
Glosson Construction is your one-stop shop with concrete work, drywall, flooring, roofing, and stucco. Everything including the final finishing nail handle projects throughout northeastern Colorado. You need to get in touch with Rick at Glosson Construction, located at 801 East 4th Street in Akron. If Rick can't build it, no one can. Call 970-345-2087. From start to finish, trust Glosson Construction as your one-stop shop for construction. Call 970-345-2087. At the Anton Co-op, they're a local farmer-owned business whose goal is to help the profitability of producers they serve. Offering grain marketing on and off the farm, they have full-service fertilizer AG chemical department as well, with liquid and dry application and anhydrous ammonia for all your farm input needs. Anton Co-op makes bulk fuel deliveries and offers on-the-farm tire service. Anton Co-op wants to be your #1 supplier and service center. Call Anton Co-op at 800-595-8305.
One of the most important benefits of being a Premier Farm Credit member borrower is having the opportunity to share in the association's profits. Since 2001, Premier has paid out over $31 million in patronage dividends. If you want to be a part of a member-owned and controlled cooperative that offers interest rates that are competitive in the marketplace and committed to a patronage dividend program, call your local Premier Farm Credit office. Premier Farm Credit, the gold standard in ag lending.
Ice and Oil has been supporting our community for over 65 years and is the leading supplier in propane, Sinclair diesel and gas, Chevron oils, greases, and lubricants, and a variety of tires and Delco batteries. Located on Highway 34 in Otis and Plattner, Ice and Oil is your #1 source for diesel, oil, gas, and propane needs. For all those road trip adventures through Northeast Colorado, they offer 24-hour pay-at-the-pump gas and diesel services. Ice and Oil, American product, American quality, affordable prices.
In 1916, it is estimated that producing 100 bushels of corn took approximately 35 to 40 hours. Today, it is estimated that producing the same 100 bushels takes less than 3. A lot has changed in the last 95 years, but one thing has stayed the same. Farm Credit is still the lender of choice for America's farmers and ranchers. We are passionate about agriculture and are dedicated to serving America in good times and bad. This is Jordan Wilkie in the Yuma Lending Office. Give us a call today to see how we can help you. Premier Farm Credit, the gold standard in ag lending.
Welcome back to Woodlin High School. Kerry Sherman with you here on Big Time Small Town Media's coverage of the Jeff Sherman Memorial Invitational Tournament. We are on ColoradoPreps.tv and Chassa.tv. Let's take a look at first half scoring. We'll start with the guests from Idalia. It's 4 points from Taylor Merritt, 3 from Dalton Schaefer, 2 for Paul Garcia, 1 apiece from Ashton Wireman and Jason Dutton. For Woodland, 4 points from Colton Kukas, 4 from Connor Ely, 3 from Joel Lopez. Mustangs are 0 for 4 from the stripe, and they missed the front end of 3 1-1. Idalia 4 out of 6 from the line. And that's free throw shooting, keeping them in. Plus, they are doing a great job on the boards. It's just Woodland able to keep this deliberate pace on offense. Again, they've spent long stretches of time running the Carolina four corners set. And as long as this game stays close, you can imagine they'll be content to keep burning clock. We'll go ahead and step out, get a few more words in from our sponsors, and be back with you. Get ready for second half action in this boys' third place game from Woodland High School.
Glosson Construction is your one-stop shop with concrete work, drywall, flooring, roofing, and stucco. Everything including the final finishing nail handle projects throughout northeastern Colorado. You need to get in touch with Rick at Glosson Construction, located at 801 East 4th Street in Akron. If Rick can't build it, no one can. Call 970-345-2087. From start to finish, trust Glosson Construction as your one-stop shop for construction. Call 970-345-2087.
With more than 30 years in business, Pro Sports is the only place teams need to go to outfit for this season. A complete supplier of team athletic apparel, teams get their uniforms and equipment at a team discounted price. Outfit your team with Pro Sports, located in downtown Sterling, but a proud supplier to teams from all across Colorado. Pro Sports offering team discounts. Call now, 970-522-8545, and outfit your team today. Pro Sports, your team source.
Get your DVD copies of the events you're seeing live online at BigTimeSmallTown.com. Hi, I'm Ben Blecka, owner, founder, and one of the talents of Big Time Small Town Media. Very glad you're enjoying the broadcast we're bringing to you live online. But don't forget you can have this broadcast whenever and wherever you want with a purchase of the DVD from Big Time Small Town Media. Go to www.BigTimeSmallTown.com. There you can check out all of the games that we've got from any past tournaments. We've been doing this for just more than a year, and Big Time Small Town Media is proud to be more than sports. We're community.
These days, there's no free lunch, no free ride, not even any free time. Well, at Bank of Colorado, we're putting an end to all that because our personal free checking and personal free collection serve up a whole lot of free. You'll start with free checking, free online banking, free telebank access, free PIN pay, and more. Then when you add our personal free collection, you'll get a free savings account, free appraisal with your next mortgage, and more. So if you want to bring back the free, apply today to open a new account. Visit bankofcolorado.com and long live free. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Citto has been a staple in eastern Colorado since 1971. Since 1977, Citto has been your place to go for trusses, wall panels, and buildings. With state-of-the-art equipment allowing Citto to stay on top of the truss industry, Citto wants you to know that while the economy has affected everybody, it's allowed them to provide some different services while being able to maintain their spot as one of the top truss manufacturers in Colorado. Contact Citto Building Components out of Otis at 800-925-3207. That's Citto, proud to support eastern Colorado.
This broadcast of high school sports is being brought to you courtesy of the Alan Bear Agency of Akron. In times of such economic uncertainty, let Alan Bear and his staff serve as stability when it comes to your insurance needs. With years of experience serving their community with products in auto, home, and life insurance, the Alan Bear Agency is also available for farm, crop, business, and health insurance as well. Give Alan and his team a call today at 970-345-2310 or stop into 142 Adams in Akron to see how the Alan Bear Agency can serve you.
About ready to start the second half here from the boys' third place game in the Jeff Sherman Memorial Invitational Tournament. And I'm Kerry Sherman from Big Time Small Town Media, along with you for all of today's action. We started things off yesterday, 4 o'clock, ran through 4 essentially semifinal games, and we started at 3 o'clock today. We'll go till the boys' championship has been decided. And again, we're spending most of the early part of the season on the road. So we will be scheduled to be in Flagler next week for their tournament, which will include the host Panthers along with Cheyenne Wells, Marino, and Vanguard Charter. Following weekend, we're working on bringing the start-to-finish coverage of the Lamar Holiday Classic, 24 games in 3 days. All of the finest of Southeast Colorado in Class 1A, primarily. And we'll wrap things up with the Akron Holiday Tournament the weekend of the 20th and 21st. Woodland ball to get things started here. And Idalia has extended their man pressure. Ely will give it to Thompson. Thompson gives it right back to Ely. Misses the layup. He and Heath get tangled up. Schaefer and Garcia on the floor to start things in this half, along with Dutton for Idalia. So 3 changes to the starting lineup. And Schaefer called for the travel on the far side. Ely initiating the offense. Gives it into Thompson. Thompson turnaround from 16. Cans it. Those are his first points of the season. Woodland on top now, 13-11. And near turnover. Finally brought in by Heath. Keep possession for the Wolves. And Kook is fighting with Heath in the low block. He'll be called for his third. Again, there are no subs on the bench for Woodland, so Kook is going to have to play smart. He's got 15 minutes on game action to survive. Heath, he'll give it off to Smith. Back to Heath from 16. Strong. Thompson on the backside with the rebound for Woodland. Gives it off to Ely. He'll let traffic clear. He's defended by Dutton. Across the timeline. Setting the offense, gives it off to Lopez. And Lopez wanting Jones on the back cut. Jones wasn't ready for it, and Lopez drags the foot. Garcia, duck up top for Schaefer. Gives it back to Garcia, into the post for Dutton. Nearly turns it over, punks it out, and Smith with it. He'll kick it up top. Garcia quickly over to Schaefer. Schaefer looks at the 3, misses it, and Garcia ends up with the rebound on the floor. Jones and a couple of Wolves tangle for it. Arrow gives it to Idalia. Wireman will come in for Idalia, replacing Heath, and he will do the inbound duties. Comes into Schaefer. Now Smith. He'll reverse it up to Garcia. And he runs over Thompson, picks up his 4th foul. And DeVitor quickly to the table. He'll have to come in and replace Paul Garcia. They'll clear out for Ely. Bring it up against Dutton. Gets it into the high post for Thompson. Gives it back. Step back 3 is short. And that'll go out of bounds to Idalia. DeVitor kicks it up. Schaefer Thought about three, couldn't get it off quick enough, had to kick it out to Devator. 5.5 to play, third quarter. Woodland in front, 13-11. High post is Dutton. He reverses it out to Wireman, drives baseline, misses the layup. Dutton with the offensive rebound, scores it. He has 3, ties us at 13. Get it into Kukas. Gives it off to Ely, and they'll clear the floor for him. Gives it off to Thompson. Missed a couple of cutters. And Lopez drives, goes up, and draws the shooting foul on Wireman. They called 20. That's on Dutton instead, his first. Had 3 Wolves in there, had a choice of. First one for Lopez. Strong. He's 0 for 2 from the line now in the contest. Trying to break that and break the tie in the process. Won't do it with that one. And Wireman comes away with the rebound. Quickly up ahead. He gives it off to Smith. Smith from 7 feet. No. Dutton tries to tap it home and couldn't get it to go either. Quickly into Ely, and they'll clear again. Up top for Kukas. He'll put it on the floor to break the count. Gets a screen from Lopez. Puts up the runner off the baseline and gets it to go. Six for Colton Kukas. Just 2 games into his high school career. That's a new career high. We'll see that change several times. 2-car pileup as Wireman and Thompson go down. No call. Keeps it alive. Devator puts up a runner. And Thompson fighting with it on the weak side with Dutton. Dutton had a foot on the baseline as he reached in to tie it up. That'll be give the ball to Woodland. Thompson gets it into Ely. Clear it out as we hit the midway point of the third quarter. Trying to work the give and go. Nothing there. Has to kick it out. Kukas. He'll fire the 3. Off. Rebound for Schaefer. And a slap on Lopez. That'll be the second on the senior from Woodland. Garcia ready to check back into the Idalia lineup. He'll give Jason Dutton a breather. Smith will bring it up. Walks across the timeline. Goes to Garcia. Now to Devator. Looking. Got a skip pass for Garcia. Gets it back. Lob pass for Schaefer. Got it over the top of Jones. Puts up a jump shot. No good. Rebound for Smith. He'll follow with a follow away and knock it down. Ties us at 15. Oh, Coach HURLBURT's reaction is priceless. He may have been the most shocked person in the building. Happy with the shot, happy with the result. Kukas on the drive, has it stripped. Smith and Jones tangle up. Last touched by Smith. That's more of the effort that Coach HURLBURT was looking for in the first half. Feed for Thompson. Nearly loses it. He'll bring it out. But off to Ely. He looks at the 3. He won't pull the trigger. Instead, trying to run a trap, and it'll pay off with a steal for Schaefer. And layup. Looked like he got away with a carry just after midcourt. Officials let it go, and that puts Idalia on top. And now Devator will get the steal. He's got a layup attempt and traveled with it. Couldn't get his steps right. Healy's guarded by Garcia this time. Tries to cut, gets the feed, turnaround in the paint, knocks it in. 6 for Ely. Ties us at 17, 2 minutes to play, third quarter. Smith will come to DeVitor. Starts to drive, kicks out to Garcia, now to Smith. He'll put one up from 17. No good, kept alive, and Kukas comes down with it. He'll hit the deck along with Schaefer. Schaefer's whistled for personal foul number 4. And that'll bring Taylor Merritt into the lineup for him. Heath comes back in, replacing Wireman. And Coach HURLBURT trying to bring trying to keep Wireman on the floor. Wireman going, Coach, that makes too many. And they're having a nice little conversation. Thompson nearly has his pocket picked. It'll go out of bounds off of a diving Taylor Merritt. In for Ely, drives past the Garcia on the baseline. He's fouled in the act of shooting. They got it on Merritt. He was a little upset after that scramble for the loose ball. His temper may have got the best of him on that one. Ely to the free throw line, 0 for 1. And that one will go. Give him 7 in the contest now. That breaks the tie. Dutton will come in place of Taylor Merritt. Second one for Ely is short. Kukas keeps it alive. Jones with the offensive rebound has it elude his grasp as he falls to the floor. Oh, that'll keep Woodland in front by 1 with 1:20 to go, third quarter. Garcia lob into the post for Heath, stolen by Kukas, who had him fronted, and then Heath commits the foul, his second, 5th team foul in the half against the Wolves. Ely guarded by Dutton. Gives it up to Thompson at the high post. Thompson has it knocked away. Ely retrieves it. He'll kick it out to Lopez. Lopez to Thompson. DeVitor dives on it and then has it stolen by Lopez. Lopez called for the double dribble as Coach Kearns says, I was trying to call timeout. Does not matter. Officials did not see it. You don't get it. Give the turnover back to Idalia. 47.6 seconds left in the quarter. They may play for 1. DeVitor brings it up top for Smith. Going double post action. Smith comes near side. Garcia into Dutton, turnaround, will not fall, kept alive. Heath comes down with it. His putback, no. And we've got a big collision. That's on Jones as he and Heath got tangled up inside. Looked like a rugby scrum in there. Ball will come into Dutton. He gives it off to Smith. Smith has his pass deflected by Ely. Garcia gets it, puts up a runner in the paint. It's short, keeps it alive, gives it off to DeVitor. He'll track it down with 7 seconds to go. He drives, kicks it across the lane. Intended for Dutton, out of bounds with 4 seconds to play in this third quarter. Ely trying to catch the pass flat-footed. Divator nearly comes up with a steal. That gets the Idalia crowd fired up. 3 seconds. Ely with a head of steam, and he'll pick up a foul near midcourt on Divator. 0.3 of a second, no time to catch and shoot. And Coach Kern's going to take a 30-second timeout, try to draw something up. Only time for a tip at this point. If recollection serves, must have 7/10 to get a catch and shoot. Anything less than that must be a tip or a deflection. And looking at the Woodlands roster, don't know that they've got anybody with enough height to truly get a good tip. Oh, nearly had it. Well, they'll have to put the 3/10 back on the clock. Had it perfectly designed with a lob to Kukas. So now Idalia with a chance to go for the tip. They'll have to try to run it down, stop it with 0.3 of a second. And the officials will just run it. They'll track the clock as they know it can only be a tip. And as soon as the ball is caught, that will end the quarter. So we head into the fourth quarter. Barn burner. Woodland in front of Idalia, 18-17.
Akron Auto is proud to be the best pre-owned automobile dealership in northeastern Colorado. Quickly expanding, Akron Auto has 2 locations, the original on Highway 34 in Akron and a second on Highway 34 in Fort Morgan. Akron Auto wishes to thank local patrons for making their business possible and asks visitors to stop in and see what may be on the lot for you. Tax time is the perfect time to use your rebate on a car, truck, or SUV upgrade. Akron Auto, better for your budget.
Ice and Oil has been supporting our community for over 65 years and is the leading supplier in propane, Sinclair diesel and gas, Chevron oils, greases, and lubricants, and a variety of tires and Delco batteries. Located on Highway 34 in Otis and Plattner, Ice and Oil is your #1 source for diesel, oil, gas, and propane needs. For all those road trip adventures through northeast Colorado, they offer 24-hour pay-at-the-pump gas and diesel services. Ice and Oil, American product, American quality, affordable prices.
Kerry Sherman welcoming you back here to Woodland High School. Ready for the fourth quarter of the boys' third place game in the Jeff Sherman Memorial Invitational Tournament. Woodland in front 18-17. Just in case anyone is watching this and DVRing the college football games, won't give away any outcomes. Just say you're going to have some fun watching those. Woodland into its 5-star offense. Back cut. Ely goes jump stop, but he traveled into the jump stop. Lost his glasses in the process. That's a turnover. Burned 33 seconds off the clock. Smith will get it off to Schaefer. Goes to the high post. Dutton turns, looks low post. Chad Heath scored the basket and the bump. That's on Conager Jones, his third. First basket of the contest for Three-point play converted. Give the Idalia senior his first marks in the scoring column. Putting the Wolves on top by 2 early here, and Ely got away with another travel. He'll pop up and get the ball from Lopez. Give and go with the high post, has it stolen by Smith. And Smith will pull up, put one up from 12. Rolls off the rim. Jones with the rebound. Flips one behind his back out of the double team. Gets it finally into the hands of Kukas. He'll drop it off for Ely. Minute and a half gone, fourth quarter. Big screen from Thompson. He tried to exaggerate it, didn't draw a whistle. Lopez looked at the three and could not keep the pivot nailed down. That's a travel. Give it back to Idalia. Chance to build the lead to 4, maybe 5. Smith will walk it across the timeline now with the lead. Come near side for Garcia into the low post. Heath. Kick up top. Smith, 14-footer off glass. No. Lopez brings down the rebound. Give it off to Ely. Has it knocked loose by Heath. Kukas will initiate the offense. Picked up by Smith. Gets the screen from Lopez. Crossover and fouled as he tries to cross over, and that's on Schaefer. Schaefer looks to be a little slow getting up. I don't know if he tweaked a knee or what, but that'll be, I believe, his 5th. And he will head to the bench. 5:49 to go, having scored 5 points. And Ashton Wireman will replace him. Colton Kukas heads to the free throw line. He's got 6 in the contest. And I believe, I don't know if they signaled 1 and 1. Misses everything. That's a violation. And give it over to Idalia. And Woodlin has converted just 1 free throw here tonight. Garcia trying to lob it in to Heath. He has to come out and get it. Garcia looking at the three, puts it on the floor, kicks it up to Smith. Over to Wireman. Into the high post, Heath. And Lopez collide. Both go down. Heath may have tweaked the right ankle in that. Out of bounds to Woodland. Merritt comes in place of Wireman. Ball comes into Kukas against the press. And Smith knocks it out of bounds as it crosses the timeline. 5:20 to go. Able to get it into Ely finally. He'll kick it out to Lopez. Lopez drives baseline, nearly loses it, forces one up, and spins one in. You've got to be kidding me. That'll tie us at 20. That was just thrown up out of desperation. Had enough English on it to spin it home. Heath in the post, shuffles it into the high post who was cutting. That was Dutton, rebounded by Kukas. And finally, they'll get it into the hands of Ely, who will walk it across. And we hit 4:40 to play. Ely looked at the three. He'll put it on the floor, try to get past Dutton. Puts up their floater, and it'll go. 9 now for Ely. Smith took his eye off the pass. It'll go out of bounds into the Idalia bench. Woodlin with the 2-point advantage. As we near the midpoint of quarter number 4. Jones with it at the top, between the circles, gives it off to Kukas. Count is on. He'll put it on the floor. Give it off to Jones. Now off to Ely. Not sure what happened. See Thompson picking himself up. He'll get it from Ely. Now to Jones. Jones thought about the shot. Heath made him think twice. 3 on its way for Ely. No. Rebounded by Merritt for the Wolves. Under 3.5 to play. Smith has to go Thompson into the high post. Dutton turnaround short. And that'll hit the baseline before Merritt can get to it. He went crashing hard into the wall. 30-second timeout for Idalia. 3:19 on the clock. And tied, or 2-point lead for Woodland. Remind you that we're really just getting started here today. We still have our championship matches on the schedule. Once we reach our conclusion of this contest, we will have girls championship featuring Idalia and Walden Valley. And that will be followed by the boys championship between Walden Valley and Prairie. That's a couple of league opponents going at it just like we have here. Ely defended by Dutton in the backcourt. And Thompson called for the illegal screen. His second. Thompson asks Coach Kearns what I do. Kearns says, I don't know. Again, does not matter. As the official called it. Dutton kicks across for Garcia into the low post. Heath, turnaround in the paint, ties this. He's got 5. Into Ely. Has to give it off to Lopez. Lopez ahead for Kukas. Kukas wheels on Smith. He'll throw up the left-handed runner. No good. Fouled on the shot, though. That's on Smith, his second. Team's 8th. Kukas will shoot a pair. Trying to break the tie. And now you can see official giving Coach Kearns the explanation of the foul. Kukas misses the first. 2:40 to play. Second one, no good. Dutton with the rebound. Into the high post is Dutton. He'll whip it out to Merritt. Drive, forces one up. And Smith with the offensive rebound. Merritt now will feed it into the post. That's Heath. Turnaround. He'll get his own rebound on the weak side and can't score that one either. Finally, Thompson comes around down with it. Lopez and Merritt got tangled up. Lopez, they just kind of tapped hands. I know there wasn't anything done with malice in there. Like Lopez was actually trying to help him up. And Woodland will take a full timeout. We'll step out for 60 seconds with them.
Akron Auto is proud to be the best pre-owned automobile dealership in northeastern Colorado. Quickly expanding, Akron Auto has 2 locations. The original on Highway 34 in Akron and a second on Highway 34 in Fort Morgan. Akron Auto wishes to thank local patrons for making their business possible and asks visitors to stop in and see what may be on the lot for you. Tax time is the perfect time to use your rebate on a car, truck, or SUV upgrade. Akron Auto, better for your budget.
Everybody knows that when a great opportunity, like an iPhone, presents itself, you grab it. Somebody says they've got tickets to the big game and can't go, you grab the tickets. Somebody tells you that you can get an iPhone at a special price, you grab it. And it's true. For a limited time, Viero has iPhones for only $79.99. And we'll even pay your early termination fees up to $200 when you switch to Viero. All that and coverage you can count on. So hurry into Viero today. Your iPhone is here. Restrictions apply. See
Out of the timeout, Woodland ball on the near sideline in front of their bench. 2 minutes, 2 seconds to go. Tied at 22. Ely will peel it back out after he finds nothing there early. Gives it off to Thompson. Kick it out to Lopez. And Smith will come away with the steal and then turn it over as he crosses the timeline. Thompson nearly caught Ely unaware, able to get his hands up just before the ball hits him in the face. Count is on. He'll pick it up to stop it. Up top for Kukas, minute 30 to play, tie game. And offensive foul, pushes off to try to get room for the shot. That would be number 4. So down to 123 and counting. Still tied at 22. Smith at the point. He'll whip it over to Merritt, trying to get it inside to Heath. Instead goes to the high post. Dutton has his pocket picked. He's stripped by Ely. Jones trying to set the screen for him to clear him in the backcourt. Finally clears out. Ely will get it down to Jones. He'll fire the three. Off the mark. Not sure that's the shot they wanted him to take. I know they're happy to see him finally take a shot at the rim. It's a young freshman they're going to need some production from this year. We're under 45 seconds. Kukas and Merritt tangled up. That'll do it for Kukas. He fouls out with 40.7 seconds to go and 6 points. I believe that's the 7th team foul, so Merritt will shoot the bonus when we come back. Full timeout. Again, we'll step away with them.
for details.
With more than 30 years in business, Pro Sports is the only place teams need to go to outfit for this season. A complete supplier of team athletic apparel, teams get their uniforms and equipment at a team discounted price. Outfit your team with Pro Sports, located in downtown Sterling, but a proud supplier to teams from all across Colorado. Pro Sports offering team discounts. Call now, 970-522-8545, and outfit your team today. Pro Sports, your team source.
Here's a simple math problem. What's 1 plus 1? 2, you say? Not at Bank of Colorado. Here, 1 plus 1 add up to free. Because our personal free checking and personal free collection give you twice as much free. You'll start with free checking, free online banking, free telebank access, free PIN pay, no service fees, and more. And when you add on, you'll get a free savings account, free appraisal with your next mortgage, and more. So if you're into free, apply today to open a new account by visiting bankofcolorado.com, where 1 plus 1 equals free. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
As we come back from the timeout, Woodland now down to 4 players. Taylor Merritt heading to the free throw line. He's got 4 points, chance to break the tie, shooting the 1-and-1. And will not do it on that one. Ely with the rebound. And Dutton will blow through the screen of Thompson. That will send Thompson to the free throw line. Second on Dutton. Thompson will shoot the bonus. 0 for 2 so far today from the line. Both of those were the same as this situation, front end. Just under 34 seconds to go. This one will not go either. Heath with the board. And Merritt will be called for the double dribble on the baseline before Coach HURLBURT could get the timeout. Truly Dukes as well. 22-22 with 22.2 seconds to go in regulation. Get it into Ely. I think as soon as they cross midcourt, we may get a timeout. Ely will go hard, puts one up, blocked by Heath. Rebound by Dutton. Leak out for Merritt if they see him. He'll get it. Missed the shot. Tipped around, and Jones on the deck. Arrow, the tie-up. Both coaches on the floor calling for timeout, thinking they were going to get 0.3 of a second. The arrow goes to Idalia, and it will be a full timeout. We'll go ahead and stay here. If we come down once again, same situation we had at the end of the third quarter. Instead of being at midcourt on the inbounds, this underneath the basket, a much easier situation to get the tip. Expect them to run something that has Heath breaking down the lane, throw it up top and let him go tip it. Think you can knock it in. Got a little David Bowie pressure playing in the background. Appropriate song for the situation. So Coach Kerns telling everybody, hands straight up. No, we don't reach, don't slap, don't lean forward. Said, let's just get this thing to overtime. There's the lob to Heath, tips it, unable to get it home, and we are headed to overtime. 4-minute session. Team fouls remain. Go ahead and send it out for a quick commercial break as we get ready for this bonus session here from Woodland High School.
At the Anton Co-op, they're a local farmer-owned business whose goal is to help the profitability of producers they serve. Offering grain marketing on and off the farm, they have full-service fertilizer AG chemical department as well, with liquid and dry application and anhydrous ammonia for all your farm input needs. Anton Co-op makes bulk fuel deliveries and offers on-the-farm tire service. Anton Co-op wants to be your #1 supplier and service center. Call Anton Co-op at 800-595-8305.
Get your DVD copies of the events you're seeing live online at BigTimeSmallTown.com. Hi, I'm Ben Blecka, owner, founder, and one of the talents of Big Time Small Town Media. Very glad you're enjoying the broadcast we're bringing to you live online. But don't forget you can have this broadcast whenever and wherever you want with a purchase of the DVD from Big Time Small Town Media. Go to www.BigTimeSmallTown.com. There you can check out all of the games that we've got from any past tournaments. We've been doing this for just more than a year, and Big Time Small Town Media is proud to be more than sports. We're community.
And we've been whistled for the return to play. Advantage in this session to Idalia as they still have all 5 players available. Woodland only down to 4, and I believe a little bit of foul trouble coming up. Tip knocked out of bounds by Heath. Conager Jones straddling the timeline. They'll get it off to Lopez. They'll play the one-man zone with Heath patrolling the paint. Anybody gets burned, they'll have help in the paint. Ely misses the little jump shot over Heath. Heath came down with it. Woodland playing a diamond. Merritt to the high post, kick it out to Smith. Now to Garcia. Want to pound it inside. Merritt. He'll skip it to Garcia, up top to Smith. Merritt will come up top again to Smith. Garcia. Inside to Heath. Has it knocked loose, right to Merritt. He'll skip it for Garcia. 15-footer is short. Merritt gets it and loses it. Got his feet tangled. And Thompson with it. Healy off the screen, gets into the low post, kicks it out. Merritt with the steal. Ahead for Garcia. He's got a man ahead. That's Dutton. Dutton misses the layup. Thompson comes down with the rebound. Ely says, settle down. Everybody get out of my way. I'll walk it down the floor. Gets the screen from Thompson. Goes ahead and fires the three. It's way off the mark. Merritt with the offensive or defensive board gets it out to Garcia. Whichever team loses can take one look at the free throw line and know that they could have, either one of them won this easily in regulation. Ely steals it, covers it up, and called for the travel before they can get the timeout. Wireman will come in along with DeVitor into the Idalia lineup with 1:57 to play in this overtime session. Merritt and Garcia check out. Into Wireman. Try to force it inside to Heath. Knocked out of there, and Lopez comes out with the steal. He'll bring it across to midcourt. Stops it, and timeout. Full timeout for Woodland. Take a quick look at our unofficial stats. I have Woodland 1 for 12 on free throws. Missing the front end of 5 1-and-1s. Idalia 5 out of 8. They have missed the front end of just one bonus situation. We've got 1:45 on the clock. Again, still knotted at 22. Get it into Lopez. Now up top for Ely. Ely heads to the baseline. Has to kick it out. Glasses were knocked loose. Officials will take the timeout. Ball comes into Ely. 1:30 to play. Off the double stagger. Brings it out to Jones. Now up top for Lopez. Nearly travels with it. Ely comes loose. Puts up the jumper from 16 and cans it. Woodland goes on top, 24-22. 1 minute to play in overtime. DeVitor. He'll throw the skip pass for Wireman. Wireman drives into the paint, puts one up from 12. That's off and will go out of bounds to Woodland. 49.9 seconds. Any fouls on Idalia will send Woodland to the line for the double bonus. But again, that's been a nightmare for the Mustangs. Ely down the far side. Woodland having essentially left 16 points at the free throw line. Ely will burn as much time as he can. He'll try to foul Lopez. And let's see. Smith called for the foul. He got the worst of that situation. Lopez, an offensive lineman, bounced. He kept his footing, and Smith bounced into the Woodland bench. That's the third on Chance Smith. Lopez to the line. Knocks home the first one. That makes him 1 for 4 from the line. This to make it a 2-possession game. Will not get it. Violation as he broke the line. So it stays a 1-possession game. DeVitor puts up a floater. No. He'll get his own miss. It's still alive, and Ely will come out of there with it. Give it off to Jones. He flip it over to Lopez. They want it in the hands of Ely. Can't get it to him, so Coach Kerns will take a timeout. It is a full timeout. Fans in the building getting their money's worth. Everyone at home is enjoying this one as well. Again, this still just the second of 4 games that we have scheduled for you today. Oh. After spending most of the last, 3 months, better part of the last 3 months doing football and volleyball, we getting our workout first week of basketball. Again, we have 48 scheduled for you before Christmas. That's just our end of things. Can't tell you how many Ben Blecka has for you. He's also on with Colorado Preps. Turnover on the inbounds. I believe they whistled it on Ely. That's the first on Connor. Sends John Paul DeVitor to the line. It's his first time at the stripe. He's shooting the bonus with 11.6 seconds to go. And calmly drains the first. And will not get the second. Heath gets the offensive rebound. He's fouled by Lopez. He'll get a chance to tie it at the line. That's the third on Lopez. Clock down to 10.5 seconds. And the first one is good. We'll see what happens after the free throw. It's good. Timeout, Idalia. We are tied at 25 apiece. Ooh. We got all the girls from Weldon Valley and Idalia out of the locker rooms watching the finish of this one as they get ready to go head-to-head for championship hardware. Get it into Ely with a head of steam down the far side. They'll set the screen for him. Into the paint. Runner blocked out of bounds by Heath. It'll stay with Woodland. 2.2 seconds to go. And Ely, not knowing his situation, will not get it up and will head to double overtime. We'll go ahead and step out for a quick commercial break. Be back as we get ready for our second bonus session.
This broadcast of high school sports is being brought to you courtesy of the Allen Bear Agency of Akron. In times of such economic uncertainty, let Allen Bear and his staff service stability when it comes to your insurance needs. With years of experience serving their community with products in auto, home, and life insurance, the Allen Bear Agency is also available for farm, crop, business, and health insurance as well. Give Allen and his team a call today at 970-345-2310 or stop into 142 Adams in Akron to see how the Allen Bear Agency can serve you.
Citto has been a staple in eastern Colorado since 1971. Since 1977, Citto has been your place to go for trusses, wall panels, and buildings. With state-of-the-art equipment allowing Citto to stay on top of the truss industry, Citto wants you to know that while the economy has affected everybody, it's allowed them to provide some different services while being able to maintain their spot as one of the top truss manufacturers in Colorado. Contact Citto Building Components out of Otis at 800-925-3207. That's Citto, proud to support eastern Colorado.
And we tip it up again. Heath controls the tip once again. Idalia first chance to take the lead. Wireman trying to get it inside to Heath, and so he's got to come back up top for Smith. DeVitor didn't handle it cleanly. He'll bring it out to Smith. And DeVitor pops out to field the pass on the far side. Skip pass for Wireman. He'll drive into the paint. Loses control of it. Puts it up no good. Thompson comes down with the rebound for Woodland. Give it off to Ely. And he'll bring it up. Over penetrated did Ely and travels before he can get the pass out of there. DeVitor draws Thompson out. Thompson knocks it out of bounds. 2:44 to play. DeVitor puts one up from the free throw line. Off the bottom of the backboard. Jump ball between Thompson and Heath. And And the possession arrow gives it to Woodland. 2:34 to play in our second overtime. Gets it into Ely. Across the timeline. Get the screen high from Thompson. Bring it out to Thompson. Thompson into the paint. Peels it back out. His pass hauled in by Lopez. Ely got into the paint. Couldn't do anything with it. Jones skied for the rebound for Woodland, and he is fouled on the way down. That on Wireman, his first. And we'll see Conager Jones head to the free throw line for the first time. The other four Mustangs have scored in the contest. He's shooting the double bonus. That one too strong. Second one for Jones. That one's short. Thompson with the offensive rebound misses the putback, and Heath will come down with the rebound for Idalia. Lead pass for Dutton. Misses the layup, and Smith will get it and travel with it before Jones falls on him. Ely getting the screen from Lopez. He'll kick it up top for Jones. Ely with it on the wing. And now up to the top. Thompson in the paint has it blocked by Heath on the floor. Loose ball. And we're going to get a whistle for a tie-up. Arrow goes to the Wolves with 1:29 to play. Jones on the deck along with, I believe it was Dutton down there with him. And we are still tied at 25. We're double bonus both ways. Woodland down playing with 4. Colton Cook is fouled out late in regulation. Long skip pass from Merritt. He'll penetrate, misses, and nobody on the weak side. DeVitor can't stick it home. And loose ball. Lopez tied up by Dutton. Dutton showing great sportsmanship, helps Lopez up. The arrow goes to Woodland, 59.3 seconds. KERNS says, the play I drew up at the end of the game, let's run it here. We'll get it to Ely. He'll cross the timeline with 52 to go. Thompson, he'll get it back. He'll fire the three, way off the mark, and Heath comes up with it. I don't think that's what they drew up at the end of the game. DeVitor. Ely jumps the passing lane. Smith retrieves it. Merritt. He'll lob. Again, Ely tips it, and that one will go out of bounds to Idalia, 25.4 seconds. DeVitor, he'll fire the runner off the glass. Poked around, controlled by Merritt. And that'll be a blocking foul on Lopez on the drive. That'll be number 4 on Lopez. Lopez just a half count late getting in there for the charge. Merritt shoots 2. Banks the first one home. To break the tie with 13.2 seconds to go. Second one. No pressure on that one. Drains it. And full timeout for Woodland with 11.6 seconds to go. Oh. So we'll see what the coaches have drawn up here. 11.6 seconds. Woodland down by 2. We'll go to Ely. Now Lopez to Ely. Drives, puts one up from 18, and it's good! We're heading to it! Third overtime! That was a two-pointer. We're tied at 27. I mean, even the fans from Weldon Valley and Prairie who have no rooting interest in this contest are just having a great time in the stands. This has been a lot of fun. Again, we have, oops, got something going on with the. Again, we have a couple of more contests still on the schedule for you tonight. So let's go for our fourth jump of the night. Controlled by Idalia. Wireman into Heath. He thinks better of it, peels it back out. Now to Merritt. He'll start the drive. Nothing there. Kicks it out to Wireman. Turnaround for Heath. Has it knocked loose. Comes out to Jones. And Woodland with it. Ely, runner, no. He'll keep it alive. And Lopez has a foot out of bounds when he touches it. Merritt down the far side, kicks it out to Smith. Smith over to Wireman. Cross court for Merritt. Looks at the long two. Rims out. Thompson with the rebound. Gives it off to Ely. Again, we're double bonus both ways. Under 3 minutes to play now in this triple overtime. Ely will step into a three. No. Wireman tracks it down, and Ely's whistled for the foul. That'll send Ashton Wireman to the free throw line. Second personal foul against Connor Ely. Wireman went 1 for 2 from the line earlier. First one for Wireman, no good. Trevor HURLBURT will come in place of Taylor Merritt. And we'll reset it on the free throw line. That one good for Wireman, just as he did in his first trip. Missed the first, made the second, breaks the tie, 28-27. 2:40 to play. Lopez trying to drive baseline. Peels it back to Thompson. Now to Jones. Gives it off to Lopez. Gives it off to Ely. Gets a screen. Kicks it out to Thompson. Thompson steps back. Fires 3. No good. Tracked down by Heath. We'll go under 2 minutes on this time down the floor. Off to Wireman now. We're at 2 minutes exactly. HURLBURT and Idalia will play keep away with the lead. HURLBURT into the high post for Dutton. He'll spin it back out to the wing for Wireman. Now to the corner for Smith. To Wireman. And Ely trying to give up a foul on HURLBURT finally after the pass. That'll be number 3 on Ely. Sends a freshman, son of the coach, to the line for 2. Misses the first. Second for the lefty, up and in. That makes it a 2-point game. 1:25 to play. Ely floats one up, no good. Rebound pulled down by Wireman. Into Smith. And Jones gives up the foul. Looked like Smith may have drugged the pivot foot. They did not catch it, so Jones picks up his 4th foul. And Smith to the free throw line. He's got a bucket earlier in the contest. His first time to the free throw line. Jones and Lopez each with 4 fouls now. Smith goes high off the glass to bank that one home. Puts it in a 3-point advantage. This one to make it a 2-possession game. And not this time, as Ely goes up and gets the rebound. 1 minute left in the contest. Ely fires the 3, banks it, no. Wireman with the rebound. Smith grabbed by Thompson, his 3rd. Smith back to the free throw line. 54.2 on the clock. Smith again goes high off the glass to bank it home. Now it's a 2-possession game. Again, hard off the back. Ely got the rebound, had his glasses knocked off, and the officials blow it dead instead of the travel. Gives it off to Ely, 50 seconds to play. Woodlin needs 2 baskets. And off to Lopez, gets a man in the air, pumps one up, no good. Jones scores it on the inside, and a timeout for Woodlin. I believe it's a full timeout. That'll be the last of them, I think, for Woodlin. And it's a 2-point game with 37 seconds to go. And Ely nearly comes away with a steal. Dutton is fouled by Ely. 32.8 seconds left. Dutton will head to the free throw line. Dutton 1 for 2 from the line. His first one is good. He has 4 points, still just 1 possession game. Second one is good, makes it back to a 2-point possession game. And Ely looking for the screen from Thompson. They'll wrap it out to Jones. Now to Ely. He's going to have to fire one from about 25 feet. No good. Wireman will bring down the rebound. Thompson trying to give up the foul. Does with 13.4. Thompson's fourth. First one, no good for Wireman. Second one, good. Ely loses it, and that will do it. Coach KERNS saying no fouls, no fouls. And that will do it. Finally, 34-29. Took 3 overtimes to experience. A number of these kids have not, or a feeling a number of them have not felt. Idalia went winless last season. Their last victory came in February. It was February 26th of 2011 when they knocked off High Plains for the district championship. And Congratulations to Coach Jeff HURLBURT and his team getting win number 1 of the season. Woodland falls to 0-2. Nothing to be ashamed of. Remember, they played 3 overtimes and the tail end of regulation with 4 players. That's a pretty valiant effort for the Mustangs. We're going to go ahead and wrap up for this. Get ready for the girls' championship here at the Jeff Sherman Memorial Invitational. I'm Kerry Sherman from Big Time Small Town Media. Hope you enjoyed that one. Stick with us. We should have a lot more fun in our next 2 contests.